Let's talk about the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce and an awards ceremony that's coming up to honor those who do business in Springfield. Joining me right now is the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce's Mike Murphy and Melissa Horn. Thank you both for taking time with us this morning. Exciting because nominations are open right now. I guess just give us the lowdown. What are you guys doing?
Well, you know what, Greg, to be honest with you, I'm just here as a tag along today. Melissa's our events manager, and she's going to tell you, about the Small Business Awards. But, they are on June 20th. It's going to be at the Crown, and we're taking nominations till the end of the month. But, Melissa, why don't you give us a rundown, okay?
Sure. So right now we're taking nominations in 4 different categories. We have New and Emerging Business Owner of the Year, Small Business Owner of the Year, Not-for-Profit Business Director of the Year, and Lifetime Award Business Owner of the Year. So people can go onto our website, www.gscc.org, to click on the big red tab that says Nominate for your Small Business Award nominee. And they can nominate anybody in the community, up to 4 different categories.
So when it comes to the eligibility for each of these categories, is that spelled out on the website so that when people go and they can kind of see, all right, this is perfect for that?
Yeah. So there are some criteria that the nominees, when they are nominated, we do qualify them to make sure that they're in the right category and whatnot. So we want to make sure that they're chamber members, of course, but also active in the community. And if they're not a member, then we try to reach out to get them to be a member.
Well, and talk a bit about the importance of being a member of the Springfield Chamber of Commerce, because the work you guys do, it's not just in Springfield. It goes beyond, even sometimes, I'm sure, Mike, and you can attest to this, all the way to Washington, D.C.
Yeah, actually later on today, 11 o'clock, I have a meeting with the U.S. Chamber. They want to meet with me because we had an initial meeting already with Congressman Budinsky, and we have another one set up, and the U.S. Chamber wants to get involved with that. And also yesterday, I did do a couple sign-on letters with the U.S. Chamber on a couple federal issues. So yeah, we advocate with the city, the county, the state, and federal on behalf of all of our members. It's important that we have a voice of business that they can listen to. We do that. I mentioned at our gala that since I started over a year ago, I've been asked to be on 16 different advisory boards or committees,
Sure.
And now it's up to 18.
Wow.
And I say yes every time, Greg, because it's important that the business community has a seat at the table. If we're not there, it doesn't have to be me. It has to be, somebody who wants to talk on behalf of the business community and make sure that, our wants and needs are understood. And so we do a lot of that. We do these great events that, we're so blessed to have Melissa on board now for a little over a year as well, I believe.
Yep.
And, because, what I love about this event, Greg, is we get to highlight some businesses that you might not know about.
Yep.
Even me, last year, our new and emerging business was Hallelujah Holiday Lighting.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about them, and I learned their story,
Yeah.
and it was a great story.
Yeah.
They wanted to make sure that they could keep their employees, busy year-round. They didn't have any layoffs because they have a summer landscaping business, and this is great. I mean,
the innovation that you find from small businesses is incredible, and it's inspiring. And the fact that you guys are taking time each and every year to highlight these small businesses shows just how significant and impactful they are in our communities.
I couldn't agree with you more, Greg, and it makes me really proud. I said coming out of the pandemic, the thing I was most proud about my former industry, the restaurant business, is how they pivoted, how they survived. You think about this. They've been told to shut down, and they figured out ways to start delivering. They figured out ways to do,
and
family
they went into
meals.
action as well. I mean, there were curbside pickup. How can legislation make it easier for even cocktails to go type of thing?
Well, I was
all of
proud
that.
to be a co-sponsor of that. But anyway, but it just shows you what businesses have to go through to survive. And so whenever we have an opportunity to highlight them, to highlight their hard work, and maybe give them a day not to have to go into work, but they can come to a banquet and be honored and hear their story. It just makes me feel really good to be able to do this.
Well, and having an advocacy group like the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce for a lot of small businesses is instrumental because, listen, they got to make payroll. They're worried about making sure that they keep the doors open and the lights on. on, and the inventory's fresh, and they're moving in with the latest trends, and sometimes they don't have the capacity to read all the legislation that could be coming down the pike about mandates, that to pour through all the legislation there might be about possible tax increases or a variety of other things, or to have somebody on their behalf advocate for them, and that's something that the Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce does, especially for small businesses. The nominations for small businesses coming up, and that is March 31st when they close. So Melissa, again, tell us where people can nominate and some of the categories.
Yeah, so right now we have over 80 nominations in play for the nominations going on right now. You can go to gscc.org. There's a big red button at the bottom of the page where it says Nominate Your Small Business Award, and click that. You can nominate up to 4 individuals at one time for either New and Emerging Business Owner of the Year, Small Business Owner of the Year, Not-for-Profit Business Owner of the Year, and Lifetime Award Business Owner of the Year.
And all of the categories do have certain parameters, so just you make sure you get the parameters right, because you don't want to waste your nomination ability. All right, so make sure you get that right. And June 20th is when the banquet happens, and that's when it's going to be revealed who is the small business owner of these particular categories. What else is can we expect at that event? Lunch, some good encouraging words.
Absolutely, we'll have lunch. We'll have registration started around 11:30. Lunch will be served at noon, and then the award ceremony is following around 12:30 roughly, and then the presentation of the nominees and the recipients.
And if people want to make sure that they get their table, talk about that registration.
Yeah, they can go to gscc.org, or they can contact us at the chamber at 217-525-1173.
Melissa Horn, Mike Murphy, Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce, greatly appreciate both of you taking the time with us today, and looking forward to seeing these small businesses highlighted with the small business lunch, and June 20th is when that is, but you've also got the nominations they're accepting through the end of this month. All right, so March 31st, they're going to close that window, but you've got the opportunity now to get those nominations in, so make that happen. Mike, Melissa, thank you both.
Hey, thanks a lot, Greg, and thanks for giving people an opportunity to know how they can nominate their favorite business. I really do appreciate it.
Oh, thumbs up, absolutely. All right, it's now 7:47 on WMAY. Got